I picked up a new machine at the fair. Morning everyone, it's Wednesday. Over the weekend we had the Denby Fair and it rained like hell Saturday night into Sunday, then it kind of rained on and off Sunday, and it kind of looks and feels like we're gonna get some rain today, but that's a good sign. It's a cool breeze. It should make it possible for us to get some work done without it being too damn hot. I'm not convinced it's actually going to rain, so I'm betting on the fact it won't. I'm hoping it won't. I picked up a new machine at the fair. It's a wheeled brush cutter. Basically, it's kind of like a whacker with wheels, brush hog type thing. I've been looking for one of these for years, and I mean, I'm not kidding when I say years. I would have bought this 3 years ago if I had found it, but we finally found one. We're gonna put it to work today. So far so good. We're going to give it a little time, but I'm pretty happy with the results with that machine. For me, the number one challenge is equipment. Part of it is finding the right equipment for the job. It's very difficult to find the right equipment. They just don't have it most of the times. But not just that. There's another thing. It's getting these guys to use the right equipment for the job. They're determined to use a machete to plant trees. Even though I've got picks and shovels and all the stuff needed to do it quickly and easily, they always, when I say let's plant something, they always grab the machete. It's like the machete's their number one tool for every purpose. And I'm really working hard to break them of the idea that the machete is their ultimate tool. There's a lot of much better tools that are much more efficient. This job is the kind of job that the guys would want to come here with machetes to do. And the machete would take forever. When we cleared this place last year, we had all the trees here, so we cleared it with the trees and then cut it down with the machete. Total waste of time and energy. If we had had this machine then, we would have done it in half the time, one quarter of the time, 1/10 the time probably. This timber section has got to be cleared so we can get the next round of trees in the ground. We've got one guy with a machete clearing around the trees that have to be saved, and the other guy with the machine, he's just hacking everything down. And it's working pretty well so far. We've got a few other things we got to get done as well, but for now, we're going to leave them to work on this grass because they're going to be at this for quite some time. A lot of you will know I've been trying to get the sweet potatoes I'm used to. And what they grow here versus what I'm used to are two very different things. These are the Beauregard sweet potatoes. And they had these at the expo, and the woman there let me take a whole bunch of them home. So we're going to get these started, and we started one already. This one, most of them we're going to put in pots though. We're not going to grow them all in water. I'm only going to put like 2 of them in water. I'm going to see the difference. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one potato, maybe 2 potatoes in each of these pots. I've got 10 of these pretty big pots. I'm going to put 1 or 2 potatoes in each one, and then as the slips come up, we'll pull some slips out with the roots and then transplant them. And then near the end, I'll just take the entire thing out to the land and plant it in the ground and see how it goes. My goal is to propagate these so we can continue to grow more and more and more. If we can get these to grow and get us good sweet potatoes out of them, I should be able to grow more next year, and then more after that, and eventually we'll have plenty. Then we may be the only ones here that grow them, but when people want them, they'll know where to go. I was just getting ready to start with the cuttings. I got some mulberry cuttings I was trying to propagate, and just as I'm getting started, the phone rings, and it's the guy. He's saying to me, I need to bring engine oil. And I'm thinking, so what the hell do I need engine oil for? He said, the machine needs oil. Man, if that machine needs oil, we got a problem, because that thing is literally, they put oil in it Sunday. It has not been run except for the 2 hours that they've been out there working. So in the 2 hours they've been there, the oil's gone? It doesn't make any sense. This is kind of the problem when you have people that don't understand how equipment works. But we're going out to see what the hell this means. Disaster averted. There was nothing really wrong. He just didn't know how to read the gauge, so when he checked the oil, he thought it was low. When I got here, I checked the oil, spot on. So, nothing to worry about. We have a stump that we set up to torch last year. We're going to get a fire into that and get that stump out of here too. We've opened up a few more trees, and we've really made this place, this is going to work out pretty good, I think. I've got one mahogany here that fought the vines so much that it looks like an S. It's all bent out of shape. I'll probably end up staking that tree just to try and straighten it out some. But if I stake it, it's going to be short term. I may stake it for a week, pull it up, let it go, and then stake it for another week. We want these trees to be naturally strong. Putting a stake can artificially create weak points, and that's not a good thing. This tree looks like a question mark, and it's a direct result of the vines pulling on the top as the tree tried to continue to grow. So we're going to replace this. We're going to stake this thing maybe next week. I want to see what it does now that it's free. It might start straightening out on its own. We found that one mangled mahogany, but we also have this beautiful silky oak. So far it looks like the silky oaks, the mahogany, and the ebonies perform the best, but the teak are starting to show real good signs of growth, and we've only planted them just recently. So we may have real good results with the teak as well. Now, as I was saying, these teak are doing beautifully. I've got several of them. I've got 10 teak, and of them, all of them seem to be doing very well. This is one of the smaller ones, but it really is healthy. It's happy. At the house, I planted a whole bunch of seeds for teak. I've got probably 300 seeds planted. Now, of those planted so far, one has popped. Only one has popped. Probably need 200 teak. So I need 2/3 of them to grow. I'm just going to do my best and see what happens. We're going to start with these, and the ones I've got at the house, we'll transplant them here and fill this area with them as well. We are seeing some pretty good progress. That machine's what I've needed. I actually have been looking for one of those for quite some time, and the fact that I couldn't get one until this past weekend is very frustrating. If I could have gotten one of these last year, we would have saved a whole bunch of time and headache. We're just going to keep at it here. We've got a lot still to do. We have uncovered a bunch more trees, so we're going to make some more room here. We've got a bunch of trees that didn't make it. We've cleared a spot here that we're going to start planting the bamboo in. Of all those bamboo cuttings that I took, so far, one of them is definitely growing. My goal with the bamboo is to put it along the back of this property. I can't just fence in the entire property. Don't have the money for it. Hell, I barely have the money to put fencing around the trees that are in the most danger of being destroyed by the goats. So we have to prioritize, and we have to think long term. Growing our own mulch is part of it. We've got moringa trees throughout this whole section. It's all part of that grow your own mulch section. Growing the bamboo is another big part of this. We will eventually be using this bamboo for fencing, trellising, that sort of stuff. Bamboo is a key piece of the system, and it's frustrating that I only have one of them to growing. It's frustrating that only one of them has started to grow so far. It doesn't mean we won't get any, it just means that so far only one of them has grown. I think we might get 3 or 4. If we get 3 or 4, we can then propagate that to fill this whole place, but one step at a time. The last thing we're going to get done today is we're planting these coconuts. I bought 4 of these to be planted over here. This is the branch. Okay, if you take a look, right here is our waterway. We've got banana circles, and the goal is to plant the coconut. There's a banana circle, there's a banana circle. The coconut goes right in between the banana circles. So far, I'm pretty happy with this machine. Does it work good?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, these guys are happy with it. Good. We're coming back tomorrow. Same thing. We got to get this grass under control. I need to start making a list of the new trees we need. Anyway, that's it for now. We're packed up. We're headed home. And we'll be back tomorrow. God bless, everyone.